Hello, my name is Dr. Johnson Iyilade, and in today's Glomacs Tech Talk, I'm going to be talking about 5 Bs of big data. 5 Bs of big data. Now, in the world that we are in today, there is a lot of digital transformation that is happening in our world today. For example, we have mobile devices, smartphones, tablets, and things like that. We also have Internet of Things, so which are sensors, connected devices, cars that are in cars. They are also helping us to have smart cities. So then we also have social networks like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, and so on like that. And we also have cloud infrastructure like Google Cloud Platform, Dropbox. We have a lot of other one, Microsoft Azure. So this provides a lot of platform for collection of data and also for the storage of data. So in the world that we are living in now, there is so much data that is being generated per seconds, per minute, and per hour. And so what that indicates is the fact that we are now in the era of big data. So what does that mean, and what are the definitions of what big data look like? So a big data is an extremely large and varied data set that may be analyzed to reveal patterns, trends, and associations. They are often too expensive to store, process, and analyze with traditional storage and computing methods. So in every organization, we have relational database management systems. Those are designed to store data that are in rows and columns. They are relational database, okay? But in the days that we are in now, 80%, over 80% of data that is generated, they cannot be stored in that kind of database. Over 80% of data that is generated, they are unstructured. They are not structured. So what we are discovering is that some of the traditional places where we store the data, they don't have the capacity to store some of the new kind of data that we are seeing being generated today. So why do we need a big data infrastructure? It is because of the exponential growth in the amount of data that is being generated in today's world. Okay. Number two is the variety of the nature of the data that we are also having, because the relational database management system like SQL Server, Oracle DB, they are especially designed to handle data that is in rows and columns. So, but we are having a lot of text, images, videos that are being generated now. They are not structured. So how do we store those information? That is why we need a big data infrastructure. Then the other thing is the volume of the data that we are also having. The volume is so high now. The size of the volume of data that is being generated per second is so high. So that's why in the new world that we are living in today, there is a big data infrastructure and environment being created by every organization to store some of this new kind of data, and I will share a bit on that. So what are the 5 Ps of big data? That's the primary focus. The 5 Ps that define a big data. Number one is the volume of the data. The volume of the data. So we have data now in a variety of terabytes, petabytes, and zettabytes. Very big, very big. So traditional the database servers, they are too small. So that's why most organizations are moving into cloud to store the data, because the data is very big. So it is a huge volume of data. So the first V in the 5 Ps of big data is volume. Volume. Okay. The second V in the area of big data is velocity. So we have data that is coming in high velocity. So traditionally, you might have like batch data, but now we are having real-time data being generated like online videos and things like that being generated. And all those videos need to be analyzed in real time to analyze what is the content of it. So these are real-time data, and we also have streaming data coming in. So these are the velocity of data. So if it is batch, it means it's scheduled, it's coming at a particular time. But with real-time data, it's coming real life, and we need to do the analysis on those data in real time. So that's the second V's that define big data environment. So the first V is volume, the second one is velocity. The third one is the veracity. The veracity talks about the incompleteness of the data, or maybe some bias that might be in the data, uncertainty in the data, and maybe the staleness that is in the data. So this is the veracity. So it comes with various veracity. Okay. Then number 4 is the variety of the data. So like we said, traditional database, which is relational database management system, they are designed to store relational data, which is in rows and columns. But now that we have variety of data, then the traditional database is not enough or sufficient to store the kind of data that organizations are collecting. So the structure, the variety can include in a big data environment, you can store variety of data, including structured data, semi-structured, unstructured, and all of this can actually be stored in a big data environment. And finally is the last one, which is value. Okay, the 5P, the 5th P is value. Okay, so value talks about what can we get from the data. We can do descriptive analysis, we can do predictive analysis, and we can also do prescriptive analysis. We can do machine learning models in a big data environment, okay, in today's world. So the 5 V's are number 1, volume, velocity, veracity, variety, and value. Those are the 5 V's of big data. So in today's world, the common infrastructure that is used to handle big data is Hadoop. Hadoop is a framework, and it's an open source tool and libraries and methodologies for storage, processing extremely large data sets in a distributed computing environment. It's an open source, and it's developed by Apache. Okay, so it can handle those variety of data. It has a lot of tools on the inside that are designed to handle the variety of things that we want to do, like HDFS, Hadoop Distributed File System, which is to handle the storage of the data. Then we have things like YARN, yet another resource network, which is for resource management. It's for resource management. We have MapReduce, which is processing using different languages. And then we have Hive, which is more like using SQL on Hadoop. You can use Hive if you want to write SQL in Hadoop. And then we have Spark mlib, which is for machine learning in a Spark environment. And we have Pig, okay, which is for scripting. We have a lot of other ones like HBase, okay, which is like a NoSQL database in an Hadoop infrastructure. So there are so many things that are already packed there. And then there is also Apache Spark, which is commonly used, especially for machine learning building. Apache Spark is one commonly used one for that. So there are so many tools that are integrated in Hadoop infrastructure, okay, that are used in various organizations. So this is what big data environment actually is all about. It's about handling data that varies in terms of volume, variety, veracity, value, and velocity. Those are the 5 P's that define a big data. I hope this video helped you. So please like and share with others if it's helpful to you. I will come back with some new tips in another video. Thank you so much.